This video is a button making tutorial for Milwaukee Makerspace. Located in the craft lab under the embroidery machine is a cabinet drawer full of button making materials and a button maker. This particular model is available on Amazon and a few other online sites, and it goes by a lot of different names. It's offered by a lot of different resellers, but it's anywhere between $90 to $200 depending on the size of the buttons you want to make. The parts of the machine include a black plastic base, a white slide with two dies, and the machine itself is made out of a cast metal painted red, and a levers on top for pressing and crimping the various parts of the button together. In addition to the machine, you have a device for cutting out round shapes, whatever size they might be for your button, as well as the consumables, which are a clear plastic laminate cover, the pin backing, and then metal discs that the image goes on top of. First, I'm going to show you what can go wrong if you're making one of the 2-inch diameter or 50mm buttons. So what we've got here are consumables, the flat metal disc, our image, and then the laminating plastic. We place the metal disc in die A on the left. The image is slightly too small for this particular application, and I'll show you what happens there. We put the laminating disc on top, and then we put the pin backer in the right die, which is die B. So first, what we do is we want to make sure that that tab on the back of die A indexes and turns the top piece that stamps down. We want it to make sure that it turns those pins. And the pins need to be underneath so that they press down but don't go all the way through the holes on the top part. See that right there. So this has now grabbed our piece. It's up inside the top part of the die. And then we move die B over from the right to the left, and that indexes and rotates the top part. So when you pull it down, the pins go all the way through the holes on the top part of the die. Now, this particular one didn't work because the actual diameter of the image was a little too small, so the plastic didn't crimp, things didn't quite grab the way they should, but we've made correct ones before, so I'll show you exactly what that looks like when you use a larger piece. So here I have a slightly larger image. It's about 2 1/4 in diameter. You can see there's a lot less play around the edges there. I've got my laminating piece I put inside the die, slide die A over. You can see that the top part rotated slightly when I moved it. Those pins do not go all the way through the holes. And then when I push B over, it rotates again, and the pins do go through the holes on the top part. So that presses it together, and because I had that image slightly larger, it filled in the gap around the backing, and I've got a nice tight grip all the way around where it's been crimped on the edge. So that is my completed button. You can find information about our button maker as well as the other equipment at Milwaukee Makerspace by visiting our wiki at wiki.milwaukeemakerspace.org.